Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are really digging into a website called worldresellers.shop.
Right.
It's a site that's specifically targeting you, the jewelry reseller, with a pretty tempting promise.
A very tempting promise.
Yeah, they're offering high-quality moissanite jewelry set in 925 sterling silver, all ready for you to mark up and sell.
And they use some really appealing language.
Oh, absolutely. They talk
Yeah.
about diamond-level sparkle, and here's the big one. They claim the stones are GR certified. They want to be your go-to low-cost supplier.
So our mission today is to look behind that sparkle. We've got the research, and we're going to cut through all the marketing to find the hard facts. We need to figure out if this is a legitimate partner or just a huge risk.
And that GR certification you mentioned, we should probably touch on that.
We should. It stands for the Global Gemological Research Academy. It sounds official, but it's a certification that can be easily faked. It's a key selling point they're leaning on.
A very shaky one, it seems. Okay, so let's jump right in with our first big finding. And this one is pretty fundamental, the domain age. Our sources show the website was only registered in May of 2025.
So it's brand new, less than a year old.
Exactly.
And that's fascinating because so much trust is just built on time, on having a history. A site this new, especially in jewelry, has had zero time to build any kind of real track record.
Which means if you're a reseller, you're partnering with a total unknown.
A complete unknown. There's no reputation, good or bad. It should immediately make you cautious.
Okay, so that's the foundation. Now here's something that goes straight to the product itself, visual deception.
This part is pretty damning.
It is. The website looks polished, but when we ran the product photos through a reverse image search, using Google Lens and other tools, the sources confirmed it.
They're stolen.
The images are ripped directly from other well-established jewelry sites. So
Yeah.
if they can't even show you their real product, how can you possibly trust what you're buying?
You can't. And think about that from your perspective as a reseller. You use those pictures to market to your customers. If the supplier's just using copied images, you have no idea what's actually going to show up in the mail.
You could be selling a ghost product.
Exactly. And that just destroys your credibility.
That leads perfectly into our next point. Accountability. Or the complete lack of it.
Right.
We looked for any information on the founders, a name, a photo, even a basic About Us page, and we found
Nothing. Absolute radio silence.
the company is functionally a ghost.
And this lack of transparency is such a major confidence killer because it completely eliminates liability. If the business just vanishes tomorrow, who do you go to?
No one.
There's no public face. It feels like they've built in an easy exit strategy, leaving you to deal with any lost money or inventory.
And if you think you could just contact them if something goes wrong, well, think again. Let's talk about their customer support.
Or lack thereof.
It's basically non-existent. No email, no phone number, no live chat, nothing.
Think about the practical side of that. For a reseller, your supply chain has to be reliable. If you place a big order and it never arrives, what do?
You're stuck.
You have zero channels to solve a dispute. It's not just bad service, it's a catastrophic failure point for your business model.
Okay, so finally, let's talk social proof.
The reviews.
The website has exactly 2, and they read just like marketing copy, way too polished. But the real story is when you look externally.
Yeah, we checked Trustpilot, Reddit, reseller forums, crickets, zero. No real user experiences, no discussions, nothing.
Which is strange, right? A site that claims to supply resellers should have some kind of community buzz around it.
It confirms the site is basically an island. It suggests nobody in the real reseller community has actually used them or vetted them.
So when you put it all together, it paints a pretty clear picture.
A very clear picture.
You've got the brand new domain, the copied images, no founder info, no customer support, and no external reviews. Worldresellers.shop just seems incredibly unreliable.
It's extremely high risk. So the ultimate takeaway for you is simple. Exercise extreme caution. Making a purchase here based on all these red flags would be financially reckless for a professional.
Every single point is a potential disaster waiting to happen.
It is. So let me leave you with this final thought to mull over. If you only had 30 seconds to evaluate a new e-commerce site, which single warning sign would be your biggest deal breaker? The copied images, the lack of real reviews, or the fact that the owner is a complete ghost? Something to think about.